2023. I grabbed our undated planner. I have never been able to actually get one of our planners. They always sell out before I get to them. So this year I got myself an undated planner, and I got a slightly damaged one that we wouldn't be able to ship because we also sold out of these. So that's why you see a little smudge here. It's because I got a slightly damaged one. We will launch our next version of the undated planners in the spring of 2023. They will have an option for you to begin your week on Sunday or Monday, and they will have really cool cover designs. So this was our first test of an undated planner. First things first, let's be super planner girl for a minute. I ordered this, linked in my Amazon favorites. It holds little pens and it goes perfectly around the edge of the planner, and it just holds my one little buddy. It just holds my favorite little guy. But I have seen people that have these all over their entire planner. They have 10 of these or something. Because you can fit quite a lot. And I think I could probably fit more. I could probably fit 3. Which, honestly, I should do this one. My work. Could I fit the one for the girls? Eeps! Not really. I mean, that's it's my pocket protector. That's a little too much. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it with my singular black one. So, okay, you open it and you have a cool folder, and I have a bunch of my, something my kids made, room parent information. I mean, I just keep all the fun extra stuff that comes up, that I need to travel with, that I can't just leave on my desk. It stays there. We have tabbed pages. And I started this one in August of this year. So I'm gonna show you guys how I planned each sort of month, because I change it, what I do, how I use it. I work into it. So the first month I start on a planner is not gonna be how I'm using it at the end, and it's not gonna be how I use my future year one. I put over here the large concept of what's happening in a day. So I don't put the details, I don't put all my to-do lists or even the times really. I put some marketing information, we were doing back to school in August for promotion, so I do that. My work color is blue and my personal color is purple, and then my kiddos is pink. I sort of organize stuff on the big monthly view that way. This had some just detailed weird arrival information for our 2023 line. I just wanted to keep that in, and I really like having that information in, so I try to write it as tiny as possible and just include that there. Again, no details really in here, just big picture. And there's no big rule to this. It's just what I do, because if you work on a Saturday and Sunday, you can't put details in here. You have to put details in your weekly information. So this is just main concept. I, as a small business owner, use this for a lot of just big picture small business stuff so that I can then plan in the weeks. Here is to do this month. Y'all, planning does not need to be perfect and gorgeous. If you want your planner to be a memory scrapbooker, that is so amazing. There's a time and place for that, and I love that. But don't feel bad if your planner has messy, imperfect handwriting, or erasers that didn't work, or your coffee accidentally spilled on it. You're supposed to use your planner to help you do life. It doesn't have to look perfect. You should post your pictures if you want to share your planner spreads, even if they don't look like what you see on Instagram. It's all good. I've started using this column a lot more now, but this is to do this month. And I'll just put all the big picture things that we need to do this month. This got a little messy for my brain, and you'll see when I flip to my October, I worked on how I used it a little better. So this I just put okay, if I see in this monthly view over here, some big things coming up at the end of the month or anything, I'm gonna put that on my to-do this month. And this is, I wanna say a refined brain dump here. These aren't tasks that need to get done on a certain day. When they are, you pull them onto a certain day, but these are just general things I know in August I need to do. That's that column, which I can't wait to show you guys October, because it just looks a lot better. After I got done finished telling y'all it doesn't need to look perfect, now I'm apologizing. All right, sorry. Okay, these are my detail weekly pages. First, what I do is I set up my week, when I'm gonna be at work and what we're doing. So this week I color blocked big photo shoots. So that's why there's not much in these to-do list things, because there's no time to do that when we're doing a photo shoot all day. So these are pretty empty. These were some of my last day with my kiddos before they went back to school. So we did real simple, just like life stuff. Like there wasn't a ton of to-do lists there either. I always start with this big sort of time blocking when I'm gonna be where. And then I pull from my to-do this week, because this is kind of my live hot seat brain dump. I know this week this needs to get done, but it's too overwhelming to say that on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna make this happen. So all week I can see that and I can be like, oh, it's Wednesday. I have, 2 hours and the girls are at a play date or tutoring or whatever. So I'm gonna pull something from this week, put it down here and cross that thing off, because we all know that when you do something, you need to then write it down to cross it off so that you get that experience. Everybody needs that. Everybody deserves it. Okay, so that is 1 week. Up here, I also put like our meal plans in our priorities. You could put though, like my priority is getting the photo shoot done. Like I could have put that up there. I just need a separate space for our dinners. And so I put the small meager plan I had up here. So I'm gonna skip to the last week of August here. As you can see, I tried a thing this week, which I actually kind of like and haven't really done since. In the actual time block, I put some of like the to-do list items in there. This works if I just really feel like there's either not enough room here or I have a lengthy to-do list. Or maybe if there's like run over, because I always prepare my week the Sunday night before the week. My brain really needed details this week. And so I needed to put in details this week. And again, like that's not the case every week, or you just need to be able to do what your anxiety level, what your overwhelm level, whatever you need is how you should organize it. And just be, you don't have to stick with one way, in other words. This week I kind of did that, but I also put some here. If I can recall, I feel like these were sort of the, oh yeah, in the middle of the day, you just like jot down the things like, oh yeah, I gotta get that done. That's kind of what I did here throughout the week. On Sunday, when I was like pulling from my this week column and when I was pulling from my to do this month column, I put them in these specific places. So that's how that worked this week, which I liked. I think this is actually was a good thing. Similar over here, that's August. This was some just note-taking space. I think this month I used a separate journal a lot, but I have really started to use this space and I really like it. I'm gonna skip over from September to October because I think September looks a lot like August. October, we'll skip to this week. Okay, so this is like my similar setup here. Like I put anniversary, but I didn't put like what we're gonna do for the anniversary. I just like had that was happening. And I put some marketing stuff in here, school, when I would be in certain places. Again, like big picture here. And like I could put church every Sunday, or I could put like ballet every Saturday for the girls, or working on Saturday and Sunday. I would just write like work, and then I would put the details here. Here are some details. Although my style might change, my colors are like staying the same, because I can't imagine, I'd freak out, I think, if I were like, had to switch. I'd be like, well, wait, why is that pink instead of blue? This week I did all my detailed to-do lists down here, and probably on a little journal, scrap piece of paper for my random, like scratchy ones, So, but these were like, I know without a doubt, when I am planning at the beginning of the week, I know that this needs to happen then. Time blocked, gave myself a visual cue of when I would be in a certain place. Either I'm in the car because it's my kids, or I'm working and I'm doing a bunch of things. I put inside the working, I'll put the details, like if I have calls or if I have a Zoom meeting or something like that. If this was a really heavy to-do list day, I'd probably be like, okay, I can't go to the gym that day. Like I have to visually see I can go on Tuesday instead. We come over here, it didn't all get crossed off, and that's okay. It just was there. I honestly just write it, and then I just take the things that didn't get crossed off and I put them in the next week. Or I'm like, hey, that's probably not a realistic thing that I'm gonna be able to do. I should probably delegate that item. I love this week column. I use it all the time. I brain dump here and then I use it to assign to-do list. I'm obsessed with it. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the planner is the this week column. Again, I did my meal planning up here. Really knocked it out of the park with 4 meals planned. How many do you guys think I actually made of that? Let me look. Oh, almond butter tofu stir fry was actually really good. We did not have soup leftovers. I think we had chips and guacamole. And we didn't have that, Asian ground beef. So, you know, it's just a plan. That's what erasables are for. It's perfect. Okay, this month I am really using this to do this month because these are big projects, right? Like, so I run a small business. Decide on Black Friday bundles. That is not gonna be something I'm gonna be able to be like on Sunday night, okay, I'm gonna really be in the mood for that on Wednesday because I have time. No, that's not how life works. Like, I need to, as a creative person and like a thinker, you can't know when you're gonna be able to do that, right? So I left that on my to-do this month because I couldn't assign it a day. I just know my brain doesn't work like that. It's just there for me to know, like, hey, it's Thursday. Oh my gosh, I have so much energy this day. Like, I feel really jazzed. I feel really creative. I really feel like I can make decisions. I'm gonna look on my to-do this month. What are some like massive projects I need to get done? I'm gonna cross that off. In fact, I should have that crossed off because I totally did that this week. So I should have that crossed off. In fact, do we all wanna be here for this? Let's do this together. Decide on Black Friday bundles. There we go. Okay, so I feel like I need some, I don't know, fireworks, singing and dancing. Okay, so I think I went through this week pretty well. So this week I decided to try something new. My erasable highlighters, I used these. They're like CHOSCH. They're great. They're linked in our Amazon account. We talk about them in our unpacking our pen pouch video. They're really great, but when you do it and then you erase, it disappears, which is like, oh my gosh, magic. What is that voodoo magic, right? You can't go back over it. Like, it just disappears. I mean, obviously, because it has the disappearing agent, but even after you let it dry, you still can't highlight over it. And so that is my one gripe with these highlighters. I love having the block, but like, plans change, and so that's a bummer. So this week I decided to use my 0.3 erasables and just do bigger blocks. I'm not 100% sure. My brain kind of needs it filled in. I need to really see, like, this still looks open, and so for me, that makes me, I don't know how twisted this is, but that makes me feel like I have no time because it's not, I don't know why it works that way, but wow, I need to, I probably need to talk to somebody about that. So anyway, I can't, I'm undecided if I'm gonna keep it this way, but for now, for this week, I tried it and it didn't kill me. I'm still alive, I'm here. In fact, today's the 19th. And I'm still alive, so it's good. But I wanted to show you guys, I like putting overlapping things in my plans. I'm at work until a certain time. I like erased and just put a smaller box inside for my girls are going to after school. And then I put a smaller box inside that for like, I go to the gym at a certain time so that like things can fit inside of things. And if I'd used my highlighters, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And I would have just been able to do the box and filled in. I survived, but I'm not sure if it's like if it's the perfect way. If I used 0.5 of the Pilot pens, of the erasable pens, so it'd be like a thicker line, I'll likely try that next week to see if that works. Since this is the actual week we're in, I obviously use the bookmark to keep my place in my planner land. So, and then this month I spilled salad dressing on my planner, and this remains here because I'm trying not to be a perfectionist. And I'm trying just to let my planner live with me instead of be like, everything has to look perfect and be perfect. It's actually a really good reminder. I did a little doodle in it during a Zoom, and I just kept it there. So for this month, like I said previously in August, that I wanted to change how I used my note-taking space. So I tried to make it a little bit more, like organized rather than just scrap paper. I think if I want to sketch and doodle and just like take random notes in a meeting, I would use one of our journals. But for my planner, I actually wanted to be a little bit more organized. So I decided to use my journal and then also just put more of the sketchy, my brain is working things out and I'm figuring stuff out, information here. So it's like under this flap. So it's there, but when I am actually planning my whole week, I don't have to see that. I don't have to be distracted by that. That's what I did this month. I think that next month I'm actually gonna make some columns and be like follow-ups, photographs to take, design work, and like things for the girls. Maybe I might try some categorized specific lists here, so come back and you'll see. I mean, maybe I'll do another one of these in December and I can show you guys how I changed. So November and December are such busy months for me that I might need more detailed lists and then just use a journal for all of my notes. That is my plan. And again, this week, this is my next week, and I've put meetings and you know, gym that I have scheduled and everything in here, and reminders for bringing somebody a meal, but I haven't put in my detailed when I'm gonna work. I haven't put in my to-do this week or my to-do list because I do that on Sundays. If I look at this next week, it's gonna be much more filled in, and I will have a this week and a to-do list for each day. And that is how I literally use my planner.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and go check out our other videos to see what's in Laurel and Nancy's pen pouches and learn how to move into your own new planner. Happy planning!